Hello everyone, welcome to Kritika Mathur Astrology. So here is a much awaited video which is Mars and Rahu in the sign of Gemini. So finally it's here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Also press the bell, because only when you press the bell you will get notifications from my channel whenever I post a new video. So let's talk about this particular transit of Mars and Rahu in the sign of Gemini. Well, we've seen a lot already in the practical life. Unfortunately, there have been a lot of incidents happening. This is because of this particular transit, because Mars and Rahu, both of them are very, aggressive planets. Mars is a planet of action, it is a planet of energy, and Rahu blows everything out of proportion. So here we see that a little thing will become a big thing, and it's happening in the sign of Gemini, which is an air sign. So you can expect things related to any kind of mishaps during this time. And we've already seen what happened with, unfortunately, in Orissa, what happened in Sri Lanka, because we can see earthquakes, bombings happening during this time. And it's also aspected by Saturn and Ketu, which is in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So we can see things related to fire and air, which is what bombing in the air, aircraft industry, airline industry, what happened with Jet Airways, we know all of that. The jets and problems with them, the bombings and earthquakes, all of these things we can expect during this time, because this is a very aggressive energy, Mars and Rahu together, and wherever this is happening in your particular chart, it will cause a bit of chaos. It will give good things depending on your personal chart also, but it will definitely bring in some chaotic moments. So here it depends on what exactly is happening in your chart. So if we have 12 zodiacs, okay, in your chart, wherever number 3 is written, that is where this is happening, and that is where you have to focus. We have to see what are the houses which are ruled by Mars in your particular chart, and we have to see also where Mars is sitting, which means that where number 3 is written in your chart, which I am going to guide you through this video. So as I have mentioned, some problems in the airline industry will take a hit, problems with related to calamities, natural calamities, earthquakes, volcano eruption, bombings, we can expect these things, and because this transit it's a very short transit, it's going to be here till only the last week of June, but it makes a difference because of one special reason, and that is because Rahu and Mars are together. That's it, that's fine. But Saturn and Ketu are also aspecting, which means Saturn and Ketu are also looking at this conjunction, which makes it a 4-planetary conjunction if we really see it. So that's why it is important to study, although it's a very short transit. So if we go by zodiac, we will see, like, if for example for Aries ascendant people, for Aries ascendants happening in your third house. Now third house is where the number 3, the Gemini, is written. So for you have to really take care of your aggression, your aggressive speech. What you're going to say to people may harm people. You can make some profits by investments in properties, but problem here is that you have to be very careful on what you're going to speak, what you put on social media, that can go against you. So any kind of communication, which means through social media, either it's virtual or it's face to face, we have to be careful of what we are speaking about. And this is where you may feel this transit a lot. You may also have fights with your very close friends, childhood friends and siblings, so take care about that. If we are talking of health wise, they have to take care of their shoulders, especially the right shoulder. They can hurt it, they can sprain it. So they should take care of their upper part of the body, especially the shoulder part. Let's come to Taurus ascendant. For the Taurus ascendant happening in your second house, we see a major transformation happening in your life. We see that you also have to take care about what you are speaking to, who you are speaking, because your speech right now is becoming very harsh and direct, which people will not be able to take. And it's like flow of words, because it's in the second house and in Gemini. We have to really see where your Mercury is posited in your real chart. How strong is that? Of course, that is depending upon your personal chart, but here we see that what you will say, you have to take care what you are going to eat also, because it's also related to your health, and that also may be affected a little bit. In certain cases, depending on your chart, it also invites some accidents and surgeries. We have to see your personal chart for that, if there is a promise in the chart, and then if this transit also happens, then we can say surely this is going to happen. But this is overall what we can see right now for you. You have to be very careful about your finances. Your expenses are going to shoot up very high, and you have to make like planning for the finances. So take care of the savings that you have, plan it, and then go about. Don't jump into things that will cause some problems, and you will become very aggressive about suddenly savings. So plan it. That's what I would say. Let's come to the third one, Gemini. So for the Gemini ascendant, it's happening in your first house, right on top of your head, and where Mars and Rahu are together. They are going to somehow make you feel directionless. You will feel that you don't have any clue of what you're doing. You will be confused. It invites a lot of traveling, so that's a good thing. You will also have sudden rush of impulsiveness, of anger, of okay, what to do, how to do, where to go, these kind of things. Like you will suddenly have this anger rush, aggression rush. You will take it out on other people. So please be careful about that. Do not take impulsive decisions, especially related to your investments, properties and things like that. Coming to the next ascendant of Cancer. For Cancer ascendant, it's happening in your 12th house. So you also have to be very careful, because you may have some problem with your sleep. You will have some issues related to the children. Actually, you can send children abroad for studies. Expenses are going to shoot right away, and you will, if you are really into spirituality, this is a great transit for you. But if you're not, if you're into like everyone else, materialistic world, then yes, you will have some issues in dealing with the people. Also, it may bring about sudden ups and downs also for your life, in your life. There are chances to travel abroad, especially for work, so you can get that particular opportunity. So take care of your health also. That may suffer a bit. And expenses, because you will be sending your children abroad, so yes, we can see expenses also. Coming to the next zodiac of Leo. For the Leo ascendant, it's happening in your 11th house. It is kind of a good transit for you. We see here a lot of fame, name, wealth, and we see also that you will be marking your own territory. You will be taking leadership. You will be leading a team. You will, if you have your own business, you will really stand out. People are going to recognize you. They're going to know you, and you will be directly into the picture. So it's a very good transit for Leo ascendants. But what I would say is that do not get too much into the, you know, your ambitions and your what you're dreaming of. If you're too hungry for your dreams, chances are here right now you can, you know, betray a few people, and you know, you can take some shortcuts to you know, get away with the success, and in order to achieve that success. Coming to the next one of Virgo ascendant. So for Virgo ascendant is happening in your 10th house. It is a good transit if you take it positively. You will have a lot of energy. You will spend a lot of your time at workplace. You will have a lot of new ideas to implement. It's a good time for promotion. It's a definite short promotion for you, especially on just few dates. If we see like 17, 18, 19, 20 of June, that is the time when major planets are, conjunct, like Sun, we have Mercury, we have Mars, Rahu and Saturn, Ketu looking at it. So we have a lot of, like a cluster of planets. That is a time when certain, mishaps can happen. So if you can avoid traveling, do that. Of course, if it's urgent, you will. If it's emergency, you will. But if you can, postpone it for some time, it would be better. So for Virgo ascendant, like I was saying, you will have a lot of energy at work. You will feel a lot of aggression at work. You will like to put your best foot forward at work. So, and we can see promotions also during this time. So it's a very good time. It's a good time for our business avenues as well. So this transit is good for you. Coming to the next one, which is Libra ascendant. For the Libra ascendant, it's happening actually in your ninth house. So for you, it's important to not get into any kind of fights because of your own belief system. So you may, think of yourself so highly, or your viewpoints or your beliefs, that, you may, have some kind of arguments, especially with your father. So maybe you'll have some, father will have some disagreements with a particular thing, and that will lead to like a fight, and of course the verbal arguments. This is seen during this time. If you are planning for higher education, then it's a very good time, especially if you want to go for engineering and aeronautic engineering, or if you want to go for electronic engineering, like electronic and communication engineering. This time is very good for higher studies on that, like a post graduation or PhD on these fields. It would be great for you. And also we see a lot of travel, but then you have to be careful and plan it before you actually execute your travel plans. Coming to the next one, which is Scorpio ascendant people. For the Scorpio, it's happening in the 8th house. So for Scorpio, you have to be careful about your health. Again, we can see some kind of surgeries, some kind of accidents as well, because along with Mars and Rahu, we have Saturn and Ketu also looking at this. So we can see problems with the like some kind of surgeries can happen in this time. Also, with your business partners, be very patient. You can have some arguments and anger rush. In general, you will have like some psychological baggage as well, and you will feel very agitated during this time. So have a control on that. Even things with in-laws, have to deal very patiently, because that's also an area where you can thrust upon your dominance. For the Scorpio ascendant, we also see that there is a lot of sexual energy, and in the marriage, and especially because it's happening in the 8th house of secrecy, do not try to cheat in your marriage. That's also one thing which you may be inclined towards. Apart from surgeries, I also see some kind of diseases happening which will not be detectable. So you may not able to find out what's actually wrong with you. So visit the doctor as soon as possible to get this problem fixed. Coming to the next zodiac, which is of Sagittarius. For Sagittarius ascendant, it's happening in your 7th house. There will be ego clashes. You will be like, you may feel like a control freak, controlling your partner, business partners. Also, relationship with your wife and your husband can take a toll. You have to be very careful on how you're treating them. So do not be very much like, do not dominate them, do not try to have your last word. Listen to other people also, because at the same time Saturn is transiting in Purvashada, which is a nakshatra which is specifically for this, that people who have a lot of confidence, they don't listen to other people. So listen to your husband or your wife. Take their opinion as well. Take opinion of your business partners. Do not have too much ego. But yes, we see gains also through business. So if you are into business, we do see gains. We see support from husband as well. There's a lot of sexual energy, and if you're not married till now, you know, maybe into a love affair. That love affair will invite a lot of sexual energies, and this is what can be one of the reasons to be in a relationship. So do not make that the base of the relation. Do not try to cheat or lie in a relation. Try to stay loyal during this time, because this is what is going to be tested. Coming to the next zodiac, which is Capricorn. For the Capricorn, is happening in your 6th house. We see that you will be able to pay off some of the loans. However, you have to take care of your health a little bit. It's a time where a new job can click in. So if you're looking for a new job, this is a good time for that. Just take care of your health part and take care of the colleagues that you're working with. Do not get aggressive with them. Do not try to prove your point with them. Coming to the next zodiac, which is Aquarius. For Aquarius ascendant, happening in your 5th house, and this is the time when you will be involved with your children a lot. If you have children, you will be like physically involved with them. So you will play games with them, you will go for sport activities, you can engage in like mountaineering activities like this. So you will be involved with your children on a physical and active mode. And if you're into a love relationship, it's a good time, but then again sexual energies are very high. So do not try to take control of the situation, just go with the flow. If you do not have a relationship, it's a good time to get into a new relationship. It's a little bit of problem if you are already in a relationship to maintain it, because you may have certain arguments and you can have power struggle between you and your partner, your relationship partner. And also we notice one thing, that be careful of certain things that your professional colleagues may, you know, push you to do. Like for example, they can ask you to invest your money here, there, stock market, gambling, any kind of investment, stock market investment especially. Do not, you know, listen to them and just do it. Think about, you know, think on your own, take decisions on your own, because, you know, this is where you can be, you know, pushed to wrong things through your colleagues and through the people at your workplace. Coming to the last zodiac of Pisces. For Pisces ascendant, it's happening in your 4th house. So for Pisces, it's happening in the 4th house. Well, there can be some renovation expected in the home. There is kind of some new things happening at home. Take care of your father and mother both health right now, and also be very careful when you're traveling, okay, by car. Take care. Also, it's a time where the energy at home is going to be very much dominating, and you may like try to keep your last word like you would in any other field. But this is where you have to stay calm. You have to search for your own happiness. Do not depend on anyone else for your happiness, and do take care of your health also. You can get some kind of infections and some kind of diseases as well, so take care of that. So this is all for Mars and Rahu conjunction in the sign of Gemini. I'll be very soon back with another video for you guys. Meanwhile, if you do not know where Mars is, where Rahu is, which house is it transiting, how is it going to make difference to you, then please subscribe to my channel, press the bell also, and for personal consultations you can contact me down below in the description box. Thank you so much.